So you know about the phone call?
Well, not from you. I never seem to find these little things out from you.
Look, Iris wouldn't take Mac's calls. He asked me to help him. I thought it over. I said yes.
That's it.
That's it. Where are you going?
To court. I'm late already.
Wait a minute. Why are you going to court?
Because the prosecutor's office sent me this little piece of paper that said I had to be in court.
Felicia's trial?
Yes. Angela will make you some breakfast if you're hungry.
Well, wait a minute. I'm not going to let you go until I know that you understand.
I do understand. I just wanted to hear it from you.
Well, then why are you still angry?
Why am... Michael, Iris went to Europe, and for all we know, she was never coming back. Until you convinced her to come back.
For Mac.
Well, we know why he went straight to you, don't we? Because you would be such a successful emissary.
Wait a minute. I only told Mac about Iris and me when he asked me to phone her. I just wanted him to know why I was reluctant to help him.
You were?
Yes, Donna. I didn't want you to misunderstand, and I certainly didn't want Iris to misconstrue that phone call.
But you changed your mind.
Yes.
Why?
I looked at Mac's face. He was afraid he was going to lose his daughter again. Donna, that's something that I can understand, and I know you can. Come on, it was only a phone call.
Not to Iris, it wasn't.
What?
She wasn't back 12 hours. She was down here braying about it, Michael. When's it going to stop?
It has.
Has it? Do you still care for her?
I love you.
You loved Iris, too.
Wasn't the same. Honey, it's over. It's over. It's just you and me now.
Aren't you leaving out just one little detail?
What detail?
When were you intending to tell me that you had asked Iris to marry you?
I'm a realist, Jake. I've had to be. I thought you were too.
I've already thought about Molly.
Have you?
I can make her understand.
You're dreaming.
I can, Vicky.
Is it worth it then? Is it worth it to put her through all that after everything else that's happened
right.
to her?
I'm sorry. I forgot. Marley, after all, is your main concern, right?
I want you to know what you're doing. You think you know and have this all planned out, but you don't. If I don't allow this test, you tell Jamie. You will hurt me, you will hurt Jamie, and you will hurt Marley because she's gonna find out.
I am Stephen's father. I want to know, Vicky. I want to know, and I will have to take that risk, okay?
Damn it. You and me, we've come a long way, haven't we?
What are you talking about, Vic?
I thought I was gonna die when you fell in love with Marley and left me.
Vicky,
But I got over it.
All right?
And I came back. And you came back, and we had our one stupid night. But we started to become friends again, and that was great. And I could really be happy for you and Marley. Because I had Jamie, and because I had you back as my best friend.
So what? You could have been honest with me. Friends
I was
do
as
that too.
honest as I know how to
No, as
be.
honest as you know how to be, Vicky.
How can you do this to me? How can you take away everything I have? Again.
Miss Graves is absolutely right about a lot of things. Someone struggled with Jason Frame. That someone did shoot him at close range and left him to die in a hall of mirrors in the middle of a party. But Miss Graves was absolutely wrong about the most important thing. That someone was not Felicia Gallant. She spoke about means, opportunity, motive, and I'm glad she did, because the defense intends to show that there are several people who had the means, opportunity, and motive to murder Jason Frame. There is something else, however. Something that Miss Graves failed to mention altogether. And I can see why she didn't want to make a big issue of it. But you, as jurors, are sworn to keep it in mind. Miss Graves and her colleague bear the burden of proof. That means that they must prove that Felicia Gallant is guilty of murder beyond a reasonable doubt. To find Felicia Gallant guilty of murder, you must find her guilty of murder beyond a reasonable doubt. Jason Frame had many enemies. One of them did murder him. But by the end of this trial, I think you'll be assured beyond a reasonable doubt that the murderer was not Felicia Gallant.
Call your first witness, Miss Graves.
Your Honor, the people call Detective Courtney Walker.
Cass was good. He should do well with the jury.
And with the press. I had to sign a report to the trial.
I wish it had been Amanda.
I know.
She should be here.
I know. She will be. She has to be.
I had this really crazy dream last night. I was sitting on my sofa, folding laundry. Allie was playing on the floor. Sam was painting. That was all there was. And there was a little breeze blowing through the window. I was so happy. And then I woke up.
Well, that's a cute outfit.
Yes, I was feeling a little depressed. Went for a ride. Always cheers me up.
But we wouldn't want your spirits to lag.
You can take that out now. Sure and shut the door. Good news. Julia's father just called. He'll be arriving on Thursday.
Well, that's great. The sooner the better, huh?
You'll be ready, Amanda. You'll convince him you're his daughter.
I'll be ready.
You look a little pale.
I've been working very hard.
Yes, I know, but you've got to take care of yourself.
Dustin, Amanda and I haven't seen the light of day for quite a while. You wouldn't mind if we went for a walk or something?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
I played ball with you so far.
You've had no choice. Now, why would you want to go for a walk? After all, don't you two of you want to be alone together?
Yes, we told you that we're going to run away together as soon as all this is over.
Oh, so you said.
Listen, that still doesn't change the fact that she needs to get some fresh air.
I'll think about it. In the meantime, concentrate on Thursday.
Get in my face, do you hear me?
Tally ho.
Amanda, you did great. Now, if he lets us out of here, we're gonna make a break for it.
Yeah,
Okay?
whatever it takes.
I will talk to Iris.
I don't want you to talk to Iris. I want to know why you asked her to marry you.
Well, I didn't really ask her to marry me.
Oh, no, you just gave her a ring and you said, Iris, darling, the third finger on your left hand looks a little chilly, dear. Let me give you a ring.
You want to calm down?
No, I don't want to calm down.
Look, I wanted her to know that I cared about her.
How generous of you.
Donna, I had reached a point in my life where I was willing to settle down, and she was willing to accept me just as I was.
Good old Iris. She's such a good sport. Just ready to settle for a gorgeous, unattached millionaire.
Wait a minute, I wasn't unattached, not like you mean. There was always you. You are the most beautiful, the most romantic, the most intoxicating, the most infuriating woman I've ever met. And there has never, ever been anyone else for me but you.
Did Iris know that?
Yes, she did. She also knew there was no chance for us.
For who?
For you and me.
Then why did you come back?
Because I wanted to see if I was wrong. I wanted to see if there was a chance. And I gave Iris the ring as a gift the night I left.
So you gave it to her as a backup just in case I was gone or if I got married, if I were fat or
Donna,
something.
stop it. Just stop it. I saw you, one look at you, and it was as if all that time just fell away. It was as if I'd never left. And I have to be grateful to Iris.
For what?
She accepted the fact that I loved you and that I needed to resolve my feelings about you. I left her at that airport and I never saw her or talked to her again.
Until she came back to Bay City.
Look, you've got a decision to make.
I have a decision to make?
You can either let Iris come between us or you can leave it in the past. It's up to you.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name, please.
Detective Courtney Walker.
Detective Walker, can you please tell the court what happened the night that Jason Frame was killed?
We got a call that a man had been shot at a private party in a rented circus tent.
What time was that?
About 11 p.m.
When you arrived on the scene, what did you find?
The decedent, Mr. Frame, was lying among pieces of a broken mirror. He had a bullet wound to his lower left abdominal quadrant. Dr. Jamie Frame had already examined him and pronounced him dead.
Who else was on the scene?
Lots of people. It was a party.
Had anyone left?
Not to my knowledge.
Did you see the defendant?
Yes, she was standing several feet away from the body. She was staring at it.
Can you describe her state of mind?
Objection. Miss Walker is a police officer, not a psychologist.
Sustained.
What did Miss Gallant say to you when you questioned her?
She told me she went to the Hall of Mirrors to get away from the noise. She saw something that frightened her. She warned whoever it was to stay away. When he didn't, she took a gun out of her purse and fired a shot into one of the mirrors. Then she passed out. Her husband and Mr. Winthrop found her.
And what happened next?
Apparently someone called us. My partner and I arrived at the scene a short time after and was met at the door by Mr. Winthrop. He said he would take us to the scene himself.
He was being very protective of Miss Gallant.
Objection. Calls for a conclusion.
Sustained.
What did you say to Mr. Winthrop?
I asked him if anyone had touched the murder weapon. He said not. Then I instructed the officer that was with me to bag it for evidence.
Do you recognize this?
Yes. It has my mark on it. It's the Derringer pistol we found that night.
The one that was used to murder Jason Frame.
Objection, Your Honor. Murder hasn't been proven.
Sustained.
I'll restate the question. Did ballistics tests prove this to be the gun that fired the bullet that killed Jason Frame?
Yes.
Your Honor, I request that this gun be entered into evidence as prosecution's Exhibit A. Thank you, Detective Walker. No further questions.
Mr. Winthrop?
Morgan asked if anyone had left. Technically, I can start talking about the strong man.
No, give me a chance to produce him first.
Well, do your damnedest, okay?
You got it.
Mr. Winthrop?
Yes, Your Honor. No questions at this time, but we reserve the right to recall the witness.
You may step down. Next witness.
Your Honor, the people call Mackenzie Corey. And I'd like for Mr. Corey to be declared a hostile witness.
Enter it into the record. I swear, Miss Corian, please.
Put your right hand on the Bible, raise your left hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I certainly do.